So recording is in progress now. So what we are going to do first is I'm going to show you how you can uninstall any software, any you can say application from your computers. So what you need to do is type in Windows R, right? Okay. You need to press Windows button, which opens this search box here, and you do not need to leave it. Keep it pressing and then press R. This way you are going to open this run box here. Another method to open run is that you type in run in this search area. In this search area, you can type in run and you would see that run command box would appear here. It says it's an app. You can just click it and it will come on to your screen. Now you need to type app wiz.cpl. This appwiz.cpl is a short form of something known as application wizard dot control panel. So this is an application wizard. You're going to click OK here, and a new window is going to open in front of you. That would hold many applications that
Sir,
are installed on my
sir,
PC. Yes, Ima.
sir, can you help me?
No. What help do you need, by the way?
Sir, I have opened the Run app. Type the name of a program, folder, document, or internet resource, and Windows will open it for you. So I can't understand what should I
See,
write.
see, the problem here with you is that you do not exactly follow what I'm saying. Try to practice it before I even have done that. So first see what you have to do and then try to practice it. Okay. So Windows R. So you're going to press that. This run box is going to open, and then you are going to write app wiz wiz dot
Sir, I
cpl.
can't see anything. A double P
A double
A
P
double P
wiz
yeah WIZ
dot cpl.
dot CPL. Okay. Done, sir.
Okay. So once you are done, you will click on OK, and a new window is going to open in front of you. So can you repeat, please? Okay. I am in Windows 11. Joseph, you can still do that in Windows 11, no issues in that. Okay. So once this window opens in front of you, what you need to do is scroll down to, it's basically like alphabetical. So you have A first, then C, then similarly F, G, H, I. So I need to go till P. I actually have a lot of things installed on my PC right now. You might would have a little less. Here you can see that I have already installed Python in my PC, but I do not actually need it right now. I would be removing it so that I can show you how to install it. So if it is appearing here, it means that it is installed in your PC. So let's take this risk also. I have clicked on uninstall. Now it is uninstalled. You do not need to follow this because you currently do not have Python installed into your PCs. So that's a separate thing. So in the meanwhile, it uninstalls. Let us start practicing the thing that we have to learn about today. As I told you earlier, I'm going to tell you a few very basic programming tips, terminologies today. So the topic is terminologies related to programming. When we say the word programming, we basically mean a process of creating computer programs. This process includes these steps. So there are a few steps that you follow during this process. Computer programming is a process in which you make computer programs. Now the question that you could have asked me is, what is a program? So let's say that I asked this question because you guys didn't ask it. So let me ask this question. My question from you guys is, what is a program? Or what is a computer program, let's say? So, what is a computer program? Who can tell that? I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay. So my question is from all of you. Irha, Balaj, Aima, Josefa, whoever wants to tell anything about this topic can say something. My question again is, what is a computer program? So who can tell what a computer program is? No one? Balaj, तुम्हें कुछ बता दो यार.
Okay, a computer program is a set of instructions you write down while programming.
Right. Set of instructions written in a language, written in a special language, let's say.
Yes, coding language.
Programming language or coding language, let's say. So set of instructions written in a coding language that can tell your computer to do something. So there is a very important fact that I would like to iterate today. I would like to tell you guys today. Generally, we say that computers are smart, but computers are not actually that smart. Computers are kind of like the followers. They do not do anything. They are not leaders. They are followers. They would follow every command and every instruction that you have given to them. So that is why when we write a computer program, what we are doing is we are telling computer to do something in a language that computer can understand. If we are talking today, I am talking in English because I know that you guys can understand English, right? But let's say that if I was to speak in French or Spanish or German, I'm not sure that if I would be able to teach anything to you guys because you would not be understanding. You might not follow me because you didn't understand anything. So that is exactly what what we have to do with the computers. When we want to give some instruction to the computer, we need to use a certain language that computer can understand. So that language is called a coding language. One very important fact, a fun fact, as I told you right now that we should write in a language that computers can understand. Also an important fact is that computers, they do not understand any of the languages that we write code into. Computers do not directly understand what is meant by the Python code. Python is a programming language, but computers can't decide what to do if they only read the Python code. They would not be able to understand that. Never. So that is kind of a bit complicated things that we are going to discuss in the next lesson as well. Today, let's keep to what a computer program is. So we said that programming is a process in which we create computer programs, and it has some stages or some steps that you can follow if you want to create a computer program. So, but before starting that, I discussed what a computer program is. Computer program is a set of instructions written in a coding language that can tell computer to do a certain thing. Yes, Josefa, you want to say something? You were yawning. I thought that you were raising your hand. I'm really sorry. I
No.
thought that you were raising your hand. Okay. इरहा, आपको बच्चे कुछ समझ आ रही है? If there is any difficulty, आपको कुछ ना समझ आए, मुझे रोक लेना. ठीक है? Do let me know that if you don't understand anything. Palaj, आप भी.
You said earlier that computer does not understand our language. It has a special language that he understands in codes.
That's exactly right. Computers do not understand what we say or what we write. Computers are digital machines. They are like digital machines. So they only understand a language of digits, of numbers, and that also only two numbers, zeros and ones. Computers only understand binary language. So any code that can be treated as a binary instruction or an instruction written in ones and zeros, computers can only understand that. Okay? So I will explain you how this process works in the next lesson as well. Okay. Now let's go towards the computer program again. Computer program, we said that is instructions or commands that we write in a coding language that through which we can tell computer to do something. So that is like a computer program. Perfectly fine for us. What happens in the programming method? We forgot to write those steps. So first step in a programming method, if you want to create a program, you can't create a program if you do not have a program statement. It tells what the computer program is about. It's a program statement. Generally, it's also called a problem statement because the computer's programming method is sometimes also called a problem solving method. So program statement or the statement of the problem, it tells you that what do you want to do with your program. Let's say that you want to create a calculator which can help you to make addition, subtraction, multiplication, division between two different numbers. Okay, so you need a calculator program for that. So you would tell that I need to make an application or a software that can add numbers, multiply numbers, divide numbers, and all that. Now comes the next part of it, the step number 2. After you have written a program statement, the next thing that you need to do is read this program statement. What does it say about your program? And identify the things that you need if you want to create that program. So the second part is identifying the needs. It can also be termed as identifying the requirements. Okay. So first you have to define a program statement, a problem statement also. Then after that, you need to identify the needs. In this part, write or list down everything that you need to create the program you have mentioned in first step. So any statement that you have given in the program statement, now is the time that you list down everything you need if you want to create that program. Let's say that if you want to create a program which would take two numbers, okay, from the user and add those numbers, a simple program. It takes two numbers from the users and add those two numbers. So what you are going to need in this one is that list the requirements. You would be listing the requirements like that. First requirement is your program should be able to take two numbers from the user. Third is second need is that it should be able to add these two numbers. Third need is that it should be able to display those numbers and display what has been added onto them. So all these things are your requirements. Everything that your program should be capable of, what it should be able to do, and all the things that you need to make that happen. All these things are called needs. So you need to make sure that you can identify the needs properly. After you have identified the needs, you are going to go to the third step, and that is also very interesting. That step is called making an algorithm. So now the term, a new word has been used. The word is algorithm. Who has heard of this word before? Balaj, I'm not asking you. Huzaifa, have you heard of the word algorithm before? आपने कभी algorithm का word पहले सुना है?
Yes, I was. Well, this is not really related to machinery, but I heard it when I was looking at the video how to solve Rubik's Cube.
Okay, see, this word is not related to machinery, you are right, but this word is very much related to programming. Okay, so that is why we are using
No,
it.
but like the type that I'm using is not the
Okay,
type.
okay, no problem. So, see, when we say the word algorithm, it basically means the recipe for your program. You know what is the meaning of a recipe, right? What is a recipe of a program? It's basically step by step instruction written in simple and easy language. So if you tell how your program is going to work, just write it in the form of steps. Like first step, this is going to happen. Second step, this is going to happen. Third step, this is going to happen. Fourth step, this is going to happen. This makes your algorithm. Algorithm is written in an easy and simple common English language or Urdu language. It depends on us. And you just have to write it. It does not have anything to related to coding, but it is very helpful in coding. Why? Because it would help you to know which step you need to do first, which step you need to do second. So you can follow the sequence, just like the recipe helps you when you want to cook something. Let's say that you want to make a pizza. The first thing that you need to do is prepare the dough and spread it so that you can put sauce, cheese, and toppings onto it. After that, you have to put it in the oven. See, now you can't do it if you won't be able to make a pizza, let's say. You won't be able to make a pizza, let's say, if the first thing that you do is put the dough in the oven, cook it, and then start putting cheese, chicken, and sausage onto that. So algorithm is kind of the outline of the program. It gives us a very clear view of how the program should be written. What would be the first step? What should be the second step? What should be the third step? All these steps written would make your algorithm. The next step and the most important part is the coding. In this step, it's basically like you performing the recipe. So when you are, let's say that performing the recipe or trying to make something according to the recipe and you are physically making it, that basically can resemble the process of coding. You're trying to cook according to the recipe. So when you are trying to cook according to the recipe, that's basically the part which is called coding. So coding is like very important part because that is the part where knowledge of a programming language is needed. So this is the part where you need to know about a programming language, where you should know that what word is going to help me do what task. This is the portion that helps you to understand that. So after that comes the last part of the programming method, that is testing. It's basically like that you have made something, you have made a sandwich or a pizza for the very first time. Now you are going to check it, taste it, to see what are the things that you might have done wrong and what are the things that you can improve in it. So any improvement that you want to make in your program or the written code, that is only possible through the process of testing. Once you have ran the whole program, you would know that how it is working, where there is a room for improvement, so you can make adjustments and do all the improvements that you need. So this is it what we had to do from the terminologies portion today. Now I am going to show you how we can download and install Python into our systems. Okay.
Sir,
Yes. Erha?
can you let's explain me again a little bit?
Yes. Which part? Let me know which
Sir,
part.
all the parts. Can you explain me?
Sure, no problem. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? So you would have to listen very carefully. And if I'm speaking a little faster, you can let me know. First part is the program statement. Now, just try to let me see that if I have the file here. So I have this file. So I have another file. Let me open that file and I will try to explain it from that perspective. So these are like the steps, okay, which we call the program statement. Let me give you an example of this thing and we would figure it. So this table that I have in front of me is kind of a very interesting one. So we have written a problem statement here that I am alone at home and I am feeling hungry. I do not have biscuits or chips at home, so there is no food ready to eat for me. What I can do is to make something for myself. I think that I should make a sandwich so that I can eat it. So now I need to identify what are the parts here. So first part is the program statement. The program statement tells me exactly what I need to do. This statement, the last one here, just take it as an example. This exactly tells me what I need to do. So this is my program statement. I need to make a sandwich so that I can eat it as I am hungry. I am hungry, so I need to make a sandwich for myself. So let's say we decided that we want to make a sandwich. So this is the program statement here. Now, after we have identified what we need to do, now we now need to going to list down the things that we need for that. So let's say that if you want to make a sandwich, this process, understanding the needs or identifying the needs, would become the part where you list down all the ingredients for the sandwich. You needed to make a sandwich, right? Now you have to list down everything that you need if you want to make a sandwich. Let's say you need bread slices.
Sir,
Yeah.
सर मेरा जो है जूम अपडेट नहीं हुआ था तो फिर वो ना क्लास नहीं चल रही थी तो दैट्स व्हाई मैंने कुछ भी जो आपने इतनी देर में कराया ना 10-15
मैंने
मिनट
रिकॉर्डिंग
में
कर
जो
ली
भी
है, वो
आपने
आप देख
पहले
लेना।
कराया और मुझे नहीं पता क्या
आप
कराया है तो
रिकॉर्डिंग
आप
बच्चे
वापस बता
आप रिकॉर्डिंग देख लेना। आपने ये चीजें पहले पढ़ी हुई है, लेवल 1 में भी आना, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, ठीक है। आपने ये सैंडविच बनाने वाला एल्गोरिथम पहले पढ़ा हुआ है ना, जिसमें हम कंपेयर करते हैं सारी चीज़ों को, मैंने यही बताया है, ठीक है। आप इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग भी देख लो कि आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। So the second part was understanding the requirements. जब आपको पता चल गया इरहा कि आपने सैंडविच बनाना है, तो फिर आप रिक्वायरमेंट स्पेसिफाई करोगे कि मैंने सैंडविच किन किन चीज़ों के साथ करना है। लेट्स से कि आपके सैंडविच के अंदर आपके पास चीज़ें होनी चाहिए, ब्रेड, टोमेटो केचप, और उसके बाद क्या लिखा हुआ है, और इसके बाद मैंने लिखा हुआ है, सॉरी, कि आपके पास होना चाहिए चिकन पैटी। ये सारी चीज़ें आपकी क्या हो जाएंगी, रिक्वायरमेंट्स होंगी। So let's say once you have listed down these requirements, this becomes the part where you identify the requirements. After comes the part which is writing an algorithm. तो किसी भी प्रोग्राम का एल्गोरिथम लिखना is just like writing a recipe to make some food item, ठीक है, like a recipe to cook something. So the first part is that we need to toast the bread, fry the patty and the egg, put tomato ketchup on the toasted bread. So these are all the steps that you would take, that you can use, that you can follow to create or make a sandwich. So this is basically the part where you need all the things, that all the steps that you would follow. ये आपका जो recipe वाला portion है, that is more of like an algorithm. After comes the part which is coding. Coding में you are actually going to follow the recipe and physically make the sandwich. कोडिंग इस तरह की चीज है कि आप एल्गोरिथम को फॉलो करते हो और उसके मुताबिक एग्जैक्टली प्रोग्राम लिख लेते हो, कोड लिख लेते हो। टेस्टिंग इज द पार्ट कि जहां पर आपने प्रोग्राम कोड ऑलरेडी लिख लिया हुआ है, अब आप उसे टेस्ट कर रहे हो कि ये अच्छा काम कर रहा है या बुरा काम कर रहा है। जस्ट लाइक कि आपने जैसे सैंडविच बना लिया था, तो आफ्टर दैट यू वर गोइंग टू ईट इट, और फिर आपको खाने के बाद पता चलता यार ये सैंडविच बहुत अच्छा बने, या इसमें मुझसे केचप थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा डल गई है, मैंने अंडा सही से फ्राई नहीं किया, ब्रेड थोड़ा सा जल गई है. सो ऑल दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स is basically like the feedback that you are going to get after you are done, let's say testing, after you are done like coding. आपने पूरा प्रोग्राम तैयार कर लिया और टेस्टिंग के टाइम पे आप उसके प्रॉब्लम्स को आइडेंटिफाई कर देते हो. So this is basically what that is. ठीक है, यहाँ आपको समझ आ गई बच्चे?
Yes, sir.
Good, very good. Okay, now let's go to the next thing और देखते हैं कि अब हम लोग Python को इंस्टॉल कैसे कर सकते हैं. अच्छा, इंस्टॉलिंग Python is kind of very simple. आप लोगों ने एक वेबसाइट पे जाना है which is python.org. I think यही इसका नाम है. Yes, it says welcome to Python. ठीक है, python.org. We are going to go to this website. ठीक है, आप लोग साथ साथ इसको कर सकते हैं. So once you are on this website python.org, you would clearly see कि यहाँ पर सामने आपके पास downloads का बटन आ रहा है. आप इस downloads के बटन को क्लिक कर सकते हैं. Once you have clicked it, you would see this block here which says download the latest version for Windows. As we mostly are using Windows based operating system, so we would be downloading this portion. So this is a Python for Windows. If you are looking for a Linux, Unix, Mac OS or other softwares, other systems, you can find it here. But we need to download, click here, which says download Python 3.10.6. Let me show you the process again. Go to this website, which is python.org. Then click on downloads and click here, which says download Python 3.10.6. Once you click that one, a Python file is going to start downloading on your PC. I will try to keep it in downloads. This is kind of a little heavier file, so it takes like 5 to 7 minutes to download. So currently it is 27.6 MBs and it's asking me to wait for 6 minutes, but hopefully it's going to be downloaded earlier than that. Let's check the download speed here. That's perfectly fine. It's going to take some time and it will be downloaded. So let's wait for the program to download. And in the meanwhile, आप लोगों में से किसी का कोई भी क्वेश्चन है तो you guys can ask. अलाज आपने कुछ पूछना है?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Therefore, you want to ask something?
Sir, no. I already downloaded it.
Perfect. Irhan, आपने कुछ पूछना
How
बचा
to
है?
run it?
I'll show
My
you.
only
I'll show.
When I'm going to the Google to download it, so I'm gonna click on python.org download or just python.org.
You can click on any of those two. You can click on download also.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
I have downloaded this download Python 3.10.6. Is it right?
Sir, my Python is installed.
Okay. Sir,
What do
can
I
I
do?
share my screen?
Yes, Emma, you can share your screen in the meanwhile. My software is
But
down.
sir, there is written when I have there's coming a box, and then when I clicked on that box, there as
I can't
another
see
box
anything
that's
on your
saying
screen right now.
no. I am telling you because I can't share screen. It's saying, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device?
Yes,
So
you
I
want.
said it no.
Need to tell yes. Otherwise, you are not
Okay.
able to install it.
Share screen. Sir, you has disabled participant.
You can do it now.
Okay, let us try. Oh yeah. Sure. So it's doing like that.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
installing.
that's how it should be.
It should be like that.
Now
Sir, can I share my
what I have to
screen?
do? Sir, see it's downloaded. Downloaded. So now what I should do?
You should wait for some time so it's installed completely. You should have patience. That is why I was saying that you should first see how am I
You
how am I
should now
installing
click
it.
on finish.
Yeah, you should now click on finish once the finish icon appears. Okay, so that is why I
Sir,
was
nothing is coming. Setup was successful. So now what I do?
check if the Python has been installed onto your PC.
Okay.
That is Zephyr system.
Okay.
So you can check on your. Let me show you the process, the whole process once. My Python has already, I guess, uh, downloaded.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's in downloads.
Wait. You need to follow the instructions that I give you, Emma. Okay. Have some patience.
Okay.
Have some patience. So let's see that this has downloaded onto your screen. What you need to do is just click on this one, and it's going to start the installation process onto your PC. This says install Python 3.10.6. You need to click here on install now and make sure that you add Python to 3.101. And still, if this is unchecked, that would not make a lot of difference. But you need to make sure that you do not click on customize installation. You click on install now. Once you do that, it is going to ask you, do you want to allow this app to make changes? You need to tell yes. You are allowing this app to make changes to your system. And then this
Sir, can I
installation.
share my screen?
No, you can't right now. You have to see what I'm doing first. Okay. So let it completely run. Once it has completed, then there would be a finish button that you can press. I would show you how to do that. Don't worry. We have got 5 minutes left for this class with us.
Sir, it's nearly done installing on the PC.
Nearly, it's not completed yet.
Almost.
Let it complete first.
It's at the point where you are.
It has
There
paused
it
where I am right now.
is done now.
Mine would also be done in a minute.
Yeah, this is coming.
So once this screen has came in, this says disable path name symbol. Change your machine configuration. Allow programs including Python to 260 characters. Max path limit. But that is not something that you need. You can close it. But you can check it here if you have installed Python. If this idle Python appears in your list, it means that you have successfully installed Python. And once you try to open it, it is going to open up like that. Another way to check that if Python has installed onto your PC is open the run command and type in cmd here. This black window is going to open and you can write python.exe here to see if it is working. If it would be working, it would tell you that this Python 3.106 is installed onto your PCs, right? So first thing that you can try on doing on Python is write a hello world code, and it's very simple. All you need to write is print. Write with me. If this has been done, you can start doing it right now. Just type in print, print. Put these brackets. Put these two inverted comma symbols and write hello world. Now when you run it, you would see that hello world appears on your screen. Exactly the way you have written it.
Sir, I have to search CPL, na? Yeah.
No. CMD.
CMP.
D for dog.
CMD. D. Okay, guys. Sorry. Space. I don't need this. Fine.
I have tried to make a cake here. So let's see if this cake is printed on the screen.
Sir, I have also clicked on run app, and then I have write CPD, and then that's coming.
You have to write
So I've written up
CMD. Ima, listen carefully. CMD. M for mango, D for dog, C for camera. So CMD. Yes?
What did you type in
D.
underneath print?
Sorry?
CMD. I have also written.
Wait. Yes, Balaj?
Sir, what did you type in front of the dot?
Where? Yeah.
In the, yes.
So I wrote 3 ads in the first line, 5 ads in the second line, 6 ads at the rate of symbols in the third line. So this is what I did. Yes, Ima, you can ask something now.
Sir, what about the
I
fourth?
have also written CMD.
Now press enter. But you do not actually need to do that. If you can see idle Python in your PC, then it's working fine.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you so much for
I'm
joining
okay.
in today's class. We have only got 30 seconds left somehow. So I will share this video with you guys if you have any problems. But I think that all of you have already done that, installed Python. I would share this video anyhow. If you have any problems in installing Python, that would help you with that.